What's up, Dragon Brew? Today we're going to be playing some Boros Firebending Tokens. Why? Because I think this might actually be your best way to rank up at the end of the season, because this deck looks nuts, and we haven't really even touched it since, I don't know, almost 2 months ago. So yeah, let's see if it still holds up now. So we're going to start with the usual suspects at the top with 4 Burst Lightning, because we need some early removal. Of course, we have Stadium Headliner, which is pseudo removal at times. We do have Voice of Victory as well, but we do have Firebender Ascension. So this is the way we make a 2/2. It does get Firebending, and if we attack with some of these other cards that do have triggered abilities when we attack, they obviously can trigger an additional time. We do have Frontline Rush to make us some extra bodies and also pump something up, which could be pretty good in combat. We have some Lightning Helix for some life gain and some removal. We do have Caretaker's Talent as a way to draw some cards. We're also playing Clarion Conqueror, because we can turn off all those mana creatures that people are making with their Badger Mole Cubs. We'll see if it matters or not. If so, we'll put in either more Suki, because this pumps our things and makes us extra 1/1s, or Animpacals. Either of those could take up the spot from some of those Clarion Conquerors, I think. We do have a few Windcrag Siege, which helps us in the control matchups, but also gives us a way to additionally trigger our attacking stuff again, which is actually super nice. And then we have a couple copies of the Legend of Roku that can get us some extra cards, some mana, and even another guide that triggers at the attack step. And of course, some Elfbest Storm Slayer, so that way we can make more tokens. Matter of fact, I think I actually want to cut one those and put one Animpacal extra in there. I think that'll work for us. So yeah, but I do think we could cut a Clarion Conqueror if we wanted to play another Suki or another Windcrag Siege or something like that. We'll see how it works out at the end of the day. But y'all know the drill. Before we get into everything, if you want to save money on Magic, especially with Lorwyn coming out, save 5% on all your Lorwyn purchases by using my code over at Tales of Adventure. It's toamagic.com. Just put in DRAGN at your order and you'll get 5% off everything. But all that being said, let's see if this deck just still holds up or not. Okay, yeah, this is fine. We have Stadium Headliner. We then have a land to play Voice of Victory. If we can find a third land, we're kind of in business, you know? Intimidation Tactics. No! Well, we're going to lose a Voice of Victory. That sucks. Such is life, though. Pass the turn. Well, now we have to find a land because we have no action going on here. Have a feeling, though, this might just be a bat. Nope, it's a Pilfer. Alright, choose a non-land card. Take your pick. Probably Caretaker's Talent, because they're playing a discard deck, it looks like. No, they didn't take that. Wow. Let's get an untapped land. Excellent. Like, that's what we want here after they made us discard all those things. I'm really surprised they didn't take that. That, to me, reads like they have a way to get rid of creatures. And they, I don't know, like letting us have the still is really powerful though. Now you kind of got to get rid of our creatures. Because you know 2/3 of our hand. Nope. They're just going to keep on, probably sweep the board next turn, but that's whatever. I don't, if we think they're going to sweep the board, I don't want to play an Animpacal. We could play this, and then at least turns off artifacts. So I like that. So let's do that. Draw a card. We'll play this, cast this, leave up the mana to play Burst Lightning. And end the turn. So you have to get rid of our Clarion Conqueror before you can use your artifacts. Alright, they're tapping 3 to make us discard 2 things. Sure. I mean, still doesn't mean they can't sweep the board next turn. I think, though, I want to just do this. I just want this to be juiced up. Oh, this takes 4, though. Oh, that's bad. For some reason, I was thinking 1 and 3. It's 1 and 4. Oh, that's not good. All right, well, that's a dumb mistake. Oh, especially because I could have played that this turn. Brutal. All right. My opponent's at 9. Hadron Archive. Oh. Is there a good old Ugin lurking? That would be interesting if there is. All right, so it's 3, 4. We could make it 5, or we could pump this up and make it 3, 4, 5, 6, and they'd be at 3. I don't think we do that. I think we just attack, play Legend of Roku. They're at 4. We also have Burst Lightning. Well, and we have a backup Burst Lightning. So yeah, sure. I mean, Ugin eat your heart out, I guess. All right, well, that does it. Actually, they couldn't even cast Ugin because the Conqueror was still turning off the artifacts, and they only had 6 mana. So yeah, they might have actually had Ugin. I don't know. I thought maybe they might have had Deadly Dispute, or not Deadly Dispute, but whatever. The one that Deadly Cover-Up. But I don't know. Either way, we had Burst Lightnings and backup. I was just playing conservatively, so we just didn't lose our board. But even with the misplay, we ended up winning. So we'll take it. Right now, again, I'm going to ask again, because this is like the 5th video I've asked this season. If you have a good discard deck, go to the description, hop in my Discord, and share it with me, because I would like to showcase it, because apparently lots of people on the ladder want to see a discard deck, and the only time we've lost one is when we've just completely drew nothing. Otherwise, we're just running over them. I don't think they're good right now. But hey, prove me wrong. I would love to feature one here on the channel. Okay, we'll keep. It's so tempting to want to play the headliner first here. And honestly, you know what? I should have played the headliner, actually, for this very reason. I was just thinking that. Like, what if we decided we wanted to attack and still shoot something? And we could have done that this turn. So, a little bit disappointing. But we'll go ahead and just do this. This is fine. There's a bill. Can we find a removal spell for a bill? We cannot. We can't find land for anything, actually, which is a problem. That's just generally not good. Good news is we can use the mana we get from the firebending to sacrifice the headliner, which is nice. If we were to find another land, because we could firebending Ascension, make another body, attack, sacrifice the headliner while we still have 3. But now this is about to be a 4. So we'd kind of need Bill to block, but it's neither here nor there. Yeah, no blocks. You got it. Okay. Do we go for Firebender Ascension or make the token to block with? Well, we're going to have a token anyway. It's fine. More mana efficient to play the other thing, but this is fine. Triggers up. End the turn. Probably still better to play the Windcrag Siege there, though, because next turn... Yeah. I think that would have been better. A little bit of a miscue on my part, but it's fine, I guess. Fable Passage, turn that into a 6. Sure. You got it. No blocks. I mean, if they give it trample and something next turn, we'll just have to deal with the consequences. Ooh, this isn't bad. We could leave a red mana up. Ooh, what could we do with this? I guess we could use this, keep them from using a Bristly Bill. At least not pumping it for significant value. So there's that. I'm going to attack with these, with the possibility of having to block with the Stadium Headliner. And then seeing if we can finish with some combination of these cards. All right, Mossborn Hydra, I see you. Yep, Hydra's going to be an 8. So whatever we do, we kind of have to get done this turn. Hope they don't have another get lost. Whew, all right, so if we take 5, let's assume they block 2. They would take 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 1 is 7. And we could pump for at least 1, 2, 3, 4, even if they remove something. All right, we'll try to win from here. Like a little risky, but it seems like they don't have anything. So can't use those because we have the Clarion Conqueror out. Yeah, I guess we just go for it. Let's see if they have anything. I don't think they do. I mean, we'll have a lot of spare mana, not that it matters. I mean, I guess we could activate our land, but it just does nothing at the end of turn. Let's test the waters first. Target creature gets plus S plus X. Alright. Then we could also sacrifice this to just get rid of... That's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. Oh, no, we can't. Because we have the Clarion Conqueror out. So, yeah, that's fine. Doesn't matter. We still win anyway. I do appreciate, though, that we have a few mana outlets here so that we could, like, use it here. We could use it here. So, like, we have some ways to take advantage of the mana a little bit. Because that is sometimes the problem. When you're trying to play all these other creatures, they don't have a lot of ways to spend all this firebending mana. But you don't need a lot. Even just using 1 or 2 there can get you out of some trouble in combat. So, worked out. That situation could have gotten away from us, though. Ooh, it's slow, but we're going to keep it. We have a fair amount of 2 mana things we can draw. So let's see if we find one. Turn 3, we'll get choices, but let's see if we can find something for turn 2. Here's Llanowar Elf. I would like to remove that. Opponent says, I don't care that you would like to remove it. What you gonna do? I assumed you weren't blocking. Do we need to worry about taking damage from the starting town? Maybe. Alright, what do we got going on here? Tap land. Any badger moles? I would assume, under the circumstances, if you're not going to play anything, you either hold for a defensive spell. Yeah, now we're just going to probably get rid of Llanowar. Actually, do we even get rid of Llanowar Elf here? I don't think we do. Just as I said that, I was like, maybe we don't. And we just attack and get in as much damage as we can here. Like, if they have a shelter and just want to get rid of Animpakal or something, like, so be it. Like, we'll live with it. Especially since we have Suki behind. It's going to be a lot of bonus for our creatures. Yep, and it was a shelter. It's funny how sometimes you can just go, I bet I know what you... Oh, you didn't get the Animpakal? Opponent. How brazen. Oh. Okay, then. Your hubris. So be your downfall. I mean, I guess we would have got there anyway. Really didn't matter what they took for the most part. Yeah, Suki made that turn kind of stupid. Honestly, that was a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 extra damage. Like, yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, we got the all 3+ hand. We have to mulligan that for sure. All right, this is at least interesting. Yeah, this at least feels like if something happens to our Voice of Victory, which it probably will, like, we at least have a little bit of upside here. Let's go ahead and play it. It does the resolve, which is great. Bioengineer. That's one where you play a land. Yeah, each creature enter the battle. Each creature you control enters with the counter for each land that entered the battlefield that turn. Kind of oddly perkily worded. I kind of want to Clarion Conquer so they can't use their lander, but I don't know how much we care. But I'm going to do it anyway. Having a flyer is probably pretty good here. Oh, they're reading our Clarion Conqueror. Yep, can't crack that lander token, opponent. Figured that was part of the game plan here. Oh, especially with Chocobos. Hell yeah, good call. Good call. We would like to keep pressing the issue if you don't mind. Even if you do mind, we'd like to continue. Alright, you have a 3-3, you got body. We won't be attacking on the ground anymore. You got that covered. Let's go ahead and get us... Oh, we won't get a card here. That's tough. But they are only at 8. I think I'm going to go ahead and level this up anyway. Because if they don't do anything, then the next turn we just level it up and then we're making 3-3 tokens. And the opponent's still only at 8. So, I mean, you'd have a 1-3 and 3 3-3s. So, 1, 2, 7 mana or 7 damage minimum would get through. Oh, are we going to fight something? Probably fight our Clarion Conqueror if you're going to get anything. Wait. They Chocobo kicked that. Okay, so you have a land enter. So now you get to trigger something from your bioengineered future. Oh, that's a way to get some land into play. That's cute. Alright. That's fun. I'm not even mad at that. Let's go ahead and play this, see what we find. Ooh. We get to play a land. Get to play this, make a token, draw a card. Excellent, excellent. Alright, opponent's at 5. I mean, we can still get there. You know what's funny? I've been getting hit with Chocobo kicks a lot lately. I think I've played against 4 different decks in the last 3 days that Chocobo kicked me. And I hadn't even gotten one played against me in... God, before that, probably it's probably been 2 months. Which is so funny. Okay, that'll probably do it. I don't think that's unreasonable to think. We attack and then we just burst lightning? That seems like the play, right? Or am I crazy? Let's try it and see what happens. I mean, they could also have a counter here too. So we can't get too happy. Okay, this is legendary. Oh no, this actually wait, these aren't legendary? The backside is, but the front sides aren't. Well, that's something we learned today. Huh. Alright, let's in combat. I guess I will attempt to burst lightning. Because why not? Okay, cool. It worked. Yeah, if that didn't work, my backup play was going to be play Legend of Roku, a second one, and then just play Headliner and try to do it next turn. Yeah, man, I didn't... What's funny is, in playing the Conqueror, we kind of originally planned for this to be here for the mana creatures, but it turns out we found random cards each of the last 2 games that happened, or like maybe 2 of the times it showed up, turned out to be artifacts that we were turning off, which is kind of a nice bonus. Not really intended, though. We are... Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, we're going to keep it. I'll hope we draw an untapped red source, but maybe we don't. But we could. But we didn't. Okay. Fair enough. So we play Voice of Victory. It probably gets destroyed on their turn. And then what do? Where were you on turn 1? All right. We probably just play Windcrag Siege, right? And then try to go Windcrag Siege, Caretaker's Talent before we set other stuff up. That seems correct. Depending on what they do here, obviously. Wait, they did nothing? Does the opponent know they can't play stuff on our turn? Because I have my doubts. But we're going to attack for 3 and get a card, I guess. Since they didn't do anything else. I mean... maybe they're just playing sweepers or something. Well, you know, I guess it's possible. Nope, there is a Kaya. That's something you don't see too often.
This will be child's play.
Surveil, then exile a card from a graveyard. Well, we're not going to let Kaya live very long here. Though she does go up to 5, I believe, with that. Yeah. So we're probably going to have to... Well, we could use a Lightning Helix. My Arena is having an issue, y'all. Hold, please. Like, I can't get the oversized card off the screen. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do here for the time. Okay, there we go. I had to click on something else to get it off there. Okay, so I think we just Lightning Helix Kaya. I'm just trying not to waste too many cards in the process here. No, actually, let's cancel. If I were to Anampakal, that gets us... it's only 4. Alright, I guess we're kind of priced into doing it. It's still the right thing to do.
I don't back down so easily.
And we'll send the 2 tokens over here.
I'm going for a walk. Alone.
And we drew a Firebender Ascension. Okay, let's go here. Though, Firebender Ascension was tempting. To just use the mana efficiently there, the next turn play Headliner plus Anampakal, but it's fine. Sure, I'm gonna get a colorless mana. How you like that? I'll take a mountain, please. That also looks threatening, like I might have a Lightning Helix or something. Alright, so they made us use that mana. Smart. Virtue Persistence, good for them. Bad for us. Alright, knowing what the situation is, I think we go ahead and attack, draw a card, play the Windcrag Siege, and then try to set up some stuff next turn, I think. Because opponent's still had a lot of life here. Alright, found a land too, so that works. Which I actually like, because now if we siege, we can, during their end step, make 2 creatures still. Which would also get us a card, because we'd be getting tokens on their turn. Stroke a minute. They're like, no. But you know what? We get a token, which gets us a card. So how you like that, opponent? Really? Nothing? Alright, so if we put 2 tokens in, and then we play Suki, we'd be attacking for 10 next turn? That seems a little crazy. But sure, let's go for it. We also kind of get to sample if they have something. They do. So Suki probably won't live. Like, good to know. Sometimes you just gotta check. You know what? God, do we still just do it anyway, though? Yeah, alright. Let's call their bluff. Let's see what you got. I mean, we're just going to do it. If you got a sweeper, you got a sweeper. We'll start attacking with our creature land next turn. I don't care. Like, you got to do something. Droga Midnight, give us another token. Oh, no. You're getting rid of that. You're just going to take all this? What? Okay, assume sweeper incoming, but this seems crazy. I mean, obviously they're gonna deadly cover up here, but we have 7 mana. So we'll be able to play Anipakal, activate our Bivouac, put a counter on the Bivouac, trigger the Ascension, and still, oh my gosh. Okay. Question is, do we put the counter on Anipakal and stack the triggers that way? Does that get us? No, it only gets us one more thing. I'd rather have the land have the counter, ultimately. Just for future consideration. It's harder for them to deal with. Alright, they're at 2. I mean, you gotta do it. Yeah, exactly. If you have it, you gotta. I assume they have another removal. Or they could just make something here with their land to block with. So that would be reasonable. I mean, you take 1 to prevent, what, 4? Oh, actually, no. We could just split the damage up. It doesn't matter. Because we can put the counter here. Yeah. And that'll do it. Awesome. So this deck was literally just Azorius Control with all the removal. So we saw double persistence, double stroke, 1 demolition field, a Kaya, and a deadly cover-up. That's literally all that deck was. Trying to kill you with Kaya and tokens, I guess. But, I mean, fortunately for us, we have multiple things that just make tokens, make tokens, make tokens. So we just had constant value. And while we had the, the Caretaker's talent, we actually got value off of them killing our stuff. So that was cool. Okay, we're going to keep. This is one of those hands where, like, we really want an untapped 3rd land so we can play Anipakal on 3. We want to play the good stuff. Come on. Llanowar Elves. This is a question, though. Do we want to get rid of Llanowar Elves? I think we just do this and go for it. And we're going to gamble here. I mean, there is a reality that they play 2 spells this turn, and it's just going to hurt. Because we could have got rid of the Llanowar Elf. Yep. Here comes a Badger Mole Cub. And then Badger Mole Cub's going to make something. Probably a Druneth. A Mockingbird to make another Badger Mole Cub, of course. Okay. Well, we do have a Clarion Conqueror, but we don't have any mana to play it. And that's unfortunate for us. So, the plan here is going to be get rid of one of your flying duders. And then we're going to attack with this one and see if you would like to trade for a Badger Mole Cub. Because I bet you don't. And then we will just be in trouble here. Because we drew no mana. If we had a 3rd mana there, we'd have been fine. Because we could have got rid of their Badger Mole Cub and we'd have been all good to go. And now things are just going to suck for us. But it was only a matter of time till we hit a bad draw and things didn't go our way. And this is kind of just where we are. Yeah, we're not going to be able to overcome this, I don't think. And here comes a Llanowar Elf on top of it? No, it's probably another... Yeah, it's another Mockingbird. Ah, jeez. Yep. Don't think we can actually win this one. Not even because they have Badger Mole Cubs. We just didn't draw mana of our own, unfortunately. Alright, GG's. We're just going to move on to another game. I mean, we don't have enough mana to play Magic. Okay, what do we got going on here? Alright, this seems fine. In a greedy way, I kind of want to draw an untapped land so I could play a Frontline Rush as well next turn. And then the following turn still play Caretaker's Talent. But for now, we might just play Bivouac and, I'll say, probably just get rid of whatever creature shows up here. In this case, happens to be a Llanowar Elf. Actually, you know what? I'm going to attack, because I don't think they're going to block with Llanowar Elf, but give them a chance to. I wouldn't mind trading my headliner for an elf. Alright. Obviously, if we could have been in a little better situation, we'd want to just get down the Conqueror and turn off their tap creature situation. But not good. Okay, now we get to turn off a Badger Mole Cub. And that's nice. Well, you don't turn off a Badger Mole Cub, it's just a 2/2. But you turn off the creatures that he turned in, or the lands he turned into creatures. So you don't get to advance your mana the way you wanted to there, opponent. Oh, it looks like they're highlighting stuff because they may not understand. Yeah, by the land becoming a creature, it now has an activated ability that they can't use with the Clarion Conqueror out. That talent does not fight things, so we are good with that. We are going to play Anam Pakal. And a land. And attack. Makes a 1/1 that they can block, not a big deal. Now, that being said, they can still just play... Well, no, they only have 3 mana next turn, so that's fine. I was thinking Ouroboros this turn, but they're not going to be able to. And then we'll have Frontline Rush at our disposal. Alright, Drunith. Sure. Something gets a counter. Actually, we can almost finish them after this attack, right? Because we would have... Well, if we activated the land... Oh, no, but we wouldn't have enough to do that because we need 4 counting this guy. Or actually, we could just activate it, but not attack with it. And then this will make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Oh, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures. Oh, it's only 9. Alright, well, that doesn't really work the way we want, so we're just going to do this. And play this, and we'll attack. Oh, well, if I knew I was going to draw that, that would have changed everything. What's funny is, this is actually bad for us, because if they block with their land, they can now use it as a land instead of as a creature, which is kind of funny. Because we don't want that, obviously. Do we just let this happen? I don't think the opponent even realized. They could have blocked one of my tokens with their land. We just let them take 7? Oh, actually, no. If they're going to take 6, then we do this, and that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? Yeah, okay. Frontline Rush. Cool. Neat. Not upset about that at all. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that. By attacking with the ground creatures, we actually made it to where they could advance their mana. Where right now they're stuck at 2, but they could have had a 3rd by blocking with us and letting it become a land again, which is kind of funny. But didn't have to worry about that scenario, which is actually pretty damn cool. Okay, sure. We need our draws to go real right here, but you can't really throw this back, right? Tragic Trajectory, you're goner. Okay, we found another one. Okay, now we need an untapped land next turn deck. We were patient. We asked nicely. Now we need you to find an untapped 3rd land. Another Trajectory, sure. Alright, I mean, you're the next best thing, I suppose. Wish I had you when they were trying to Trajectory stuff. Oh, we're just playing against mono black removal. Got it. We've seen this a few times. Let's go with this. And let's make the token. Here comes a demon. Nope. Well, there'll probably be a demon next turn, which would be a different problem for future us. We will cross that when we get to it. Man, I'm tempted to just play Suki here, actually. Let's do that. And see if maybe they take a turn off. Nope, they're just going to make their 6/6. Alright, it was possible that they would do something else. But the trick here is we do have a Burst Lightning, which actually plays into our favor pretty well. So we're just going to attack with these, because it looks like, hey, we're just trying to get our business in there. Oh, wait. Oops. I just realized I don't have 5 mana. I only have 4 mana. That is a really big difference. go ahead and copy one of these. All right, there we go. That's the mana we were looking for. That makes a huge difference. All right, Preacher, you got it. I'm assuming Suki doesn't survive here. Nope, you have a second Preacher. I guess Suki gets to live on a little bit longer. We take 6, go down to 16, go down to 14. They go up to 16. I mean, is this where we're just like pump tokens and go? I mean, just say if you're going to do the thing, you're going to do the thing, you know? Let's get it. Because if you don't block those, you take... Well, if you block Suki, you take 12. Yeah, I think we just don't attack with Suki here. I don't think it's worth it. I thought about it, and I changed my mind. Yeah. They probably would have still blocked the tokens, but just don't give them the option. This is probably the only way we don't lose. So, just don't make it easy on them. This likely encourages them to at least sweep the board, but then we're attacking for 4 and can shoot them for 4. Yeah, strategic betrayal roll. Resolves. Guess what I'm getting rid of? One of these knuckleheads. Now Suki eats it. Fair enough. Opponent's still at 8. They will be going to 10. Elegy Acolyte. That is a blocker that gains life, so that's disappointing. But they are going to pass here. Okay. Oh, we got another Burst Lightning. Wow. Okay. What is the plan here? Shoot the 2/2, remove the 4/4, attack for 6, they go to 4 and still can't do anything? That's probably correct. Just don't make it to where they can gain life easily here. And then get in there? I mean, just perpetual damage, you know? And because we're gaining 3 a turn, we're actually offsetting the life we would be losing to the room otherwise, which is kind of nice. Yeah, direct, take your pick. We have a lot. Yeah. All right, they go to 6. Currently, they need a removal spell. Also, Anima Call's real nice here. Not mad at that. Go ahead and play that. So we have another token with haste. Yep, that'll do it. Yeah, can't even be mad when you get to beat Mono Black when they literally went removal, 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 play the room, get the demon, preacher, preacher, removal, removal, elegy, acolyte, duress. And we weren't even close to losing that game. Like, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, I'm going to be real with y'all. If you were looking for something to rank with at the end of the season, I would really consider this. And what I like about it is you can actually swap cards in and out as you feel it's necessary, right? Like if you are playing against a bunch of control piles and you just want more instant speed creature, you can add more frontline rush, right? Or another Elspeth, which we didn't even, oh no, I think we drew Elspeth once and we didn't even have to play it, maybe. Actually, I think the only game we lost was the one where we didn't get mana. So I think we were whatever that was, 7-1 or whatever. I'll probably try to remember put it on screen here. But yeah, everything worked out the way we wanted to. Caretaker's talents were just enough. Suki came in clutch 2 different times. Obviously, Anima Call was still good. The Windcrag Siege were great against the Mono Black deck. We actually got a little bit of value off the Firebending Ascensions. Like, yeah, I have no complaints. These were the fastest games we played in a while. And even the ones that weren't were super easy. They just couldn't deal with our enchantments. So, yeah. Links over on Moxfield. If you have the cards, I would recommend playing it. Super good stuff. But that's all I have for you for now. And I'll be moving on to Lorwyn soon. So subscribe to see all the new videos and all that good stuff. But we'll catch you in the next one.